Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1111 Spiritual Transit Podcast with the Maple Leaf Heartbreaker over here. Oh, I just made that up at the time. We have a bit of a laugh. This is Jackie Lyons, Akashic Energy Healer, and wonderful person, mind you. Beautiful person, one of my best friends. And she specialises in the Akashic records and also dealing with anything to do with a spiritual journey that you're going through. She creates this safe space within her practice and herself that you can bring people on and talk about your life. You know, we talk about, you know, getting into the shadows, getting into your past life that's affecting you right now, and that's where I segue into myself. My name's Jay from Words of the Warrior and also Journey of a Whitefeather, and I work with the shadow, so dark light. See what's happening here? So the shadow is basically working with your traumas, your experiences when you were younger that are affecting you right now. So things you've gone through within your life, at any time of your life that is actually that trauma response is affecting your life to become the person that you want to be and living your purpose. How are you, Jack? You're looking great today. See that light coming onto your hair? See, I'm full of compliments today.
Thank you. It's a great day. It's so beautiful out. It's like one of those perfect fall days, which has been beautiful because it's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you. So great time to be thankful for the beauty and the nature, and I'm just living.
Well, I think I said on one of your posts there, Jack, I'm grateful for the great friendship and the great partnership we've got. I mean,
exactly. It's a time to be thankful of all amazing things. So I'm so blessed in my life.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, we got a couple of these questions that came through with regarding talking about what we do. It was interesting that people were asking exactly whereabouts do you stand on in regards to I guess in the spiritual community or finding your purpose, the alternative way. So I got a couple of these questions that ask exactly where we're at with regards to helping others, because obviously I launched a few shadow videos and you've done your Goddess Isis videos, but also we're working on your side of things well, ladies and gentlemen, we're not counselors and mentors or life coaches. You want to put it under there. We're just here to help you. We'll put it under that for now because we're sort of trying to find a tag, I guess, in some ways. But we're here to help you become your best self, work out what's happening with regards to some of those blocks, those roadblocks. And Jackie, so you want to give the explanation of exactly where you stand.
Of what I do?
Yes, that's what we wanted. That's what some of the viewers have been asking, exactly where we're at.
Yeah, I guess we don't do a lot of the full self-promotion, which is, it's okay because I always get put on the spot. But I guess for lack of a better description, as Jay would say, because it's really hard to encompass what self-healing is in my work. But I like to say that I assist people in labeling karmic behavior patterns and breaking habits. And that is where my specialty lies. And I utilize the Akashic record, which is an energetic field of vibration that I can tap into to assist you in labeling what those patterns and the attachments are. And that's what I do based on my life experience and my ability to utilize the technique on myself is where I get my specialties. And I do take clients. You can book a session at akashicenergyhealing.ca. And it's linked through all of my social media. So
I wanted to say, Jack, one thing I wanted to say, I want to put it, I'm the biggest advocate for my bestie over here. She creates a space, an absolute space that you can go in and be yourself and talk about yourself. I know I talk about my mentors, Greg Riley and Michael McNair. Thank you so much for all your help. Deirdre James, I love you very much. You've helped me create this space, and Jackie and I have come together, and we've talked about. I mean, I'm spewing that we're at opposite ends of the world, because to get us into a same room and create a safe space where you can talk about what you're really going through. You might not understand what is happening with regards to certain things in your life. It might be you're not sure exactly your trauma responses. Those other things, and you're looking for an alternative, and that's where I believe Jackie gives a beautiful space to actually be that person. We give that, especially if she gives that safe space where you can actually, you're not going to be judged, we're not going to be judged, you're not going to be, you know, criticised or anything like that. But what we will do is make you accountable of what we do. And Jackie made me accountable of what was happening with me. And it sort of resonated because I was already doing the work. But then when we sort of, and then, you know, we had the twin flame type thing come in. But it's all experiences that we supported each other through. And here we are today talking that we are, you know, especially, I call it, we're a tag team. It's just the way it works. I just say what we say. But creating that safe space, I believe, I see the way she talks, the way she mentors, or especially, say, myself when we first met, got me through to a point where we can be comfortable with talking about basically anything and working through where our blocks are in life. Here it is, and then jumping over those blocks, becoming the better self, but also having the awareness to be ourselves. And there you go. That's my promotion for you, Jack. There you go.
I really like that. Thank you. It was stroking my ego, so I like it. But
nothing wrong with that. But that's what we talked about, isn't it?
It is. It's really important to me that I, you know, connect to my clients in that way, and it helps you to open up. I learn, you learn. It's a mutual beneficial relationship, and that's what's really great about it. And that's why my clients continue to turn into friends, a lot of them, which is really great to have that support going forward and have those connections, because getting into somebody's energy is very personal. So I already feel like I know you. So it's a lot easier for me to connect with you if I feel like I know you. And that's just a gift I was inherited with, the ability to empathize with other people's feelings and situations. And that has immensely helped me in my work going forward.
But but as I said, with you and me, we talk underwater. Both of us can talk underwater, right? So don't get us in the same room with a microphone. Look out. But in a good way.
I'm working on that.
No, this is our gift. I don't care what anyone says. It's our gift. We talk because we radiate vibration and good frequency for other people to say, we want a piece of that energy. I always get told, I mean, you're the same. You want that vibrant energy that, you know, we have, and I know a lot of people do want. So, and
it's true. Sometimes I have to just, you know, kind of be like, okay, hold yourself back. Calm. You know, keep it in. I can get a little, especially if there's liquor or anything involved, so I can get a little excitable.
You get excitable anyway. You don't need anything. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm like, you can imagine if I'm this excited for just a regular morning. Sometimes it's like, don't.
You can see how we run off each other. See, tag teams, ladies and gentlemen. This is where here's a bit of relationship counselling. I'm not a medical practitioner or all that stuff, but here's a bit of relationship counselling. You got a tag team in pro wrestling, right? This is where wrestling gave me a good idea about social. Tag team is two people who have their individual abilities, right? They come together as one to form a team, right? Form a team. I got to take my own advice sometimes. So you got these two people who are together. They have their own abilities, and they come together. They respect each other's abilities, and obviously there's other stuff, you know, spiritual love, all that stuff. Why do you want to change that person? Why don't you want to enhance it and go up? Because the ego is involved. So this is where it's at. All right, I didn't learn that. I had never learned that properly. Really, I knew it, but I wasn't practicing it. So you got this team. A tag team is two people with abilities that come together to form the greatest team of all time. And if you respect that and keep that where it is, that's fine. It doesn't matter if it goes to the next level, if you know what I mean. If it's next level stuff, you still keep that individual stuff, you know, and that's probably half the point. You don't want to live out of someone's shell. You want to live your own life, whatever it may be, but they respect it whichever way you want to go. And that's probably half the problem. We were talking about it on Life Theories before too. So yeah.
Well, that's what I think, because in my relationships, in any relationship or even teammates, business relationships, work, I look for an equal balanced exchange of energy. I'm not giving more than I'm getting back. Like, there is no confusion in my mind about the amount of give and receive there should be in relationships, healthy. And I have that pretty in balance now, and I'm pretty proud of myself, because
I think we both are.
It was a real challenge for me. That was a big one.
That's it. There's a lot of challenges that come in life, but especially I think voices tell a lot. You can see that if you look at when we first started, you can tell how comfortable we've become with each other, the way we're talking now. We're very, very comfortable with each other. We can just say, and you can see the vibration that Jackie gives to me and I give to her in this partnership that we're doing. And this is what we want to radiate to others. You know, we are mentors as well. So you can be an Akashic record reader. I can do the shadow, which I'll talk about in a minute. But we give you a space where we're not judgmental. We don't judge people for what it is. We have opinions, yes, no problem. But everyone's got a journey. We might come out and say something, but it's always of an opinion. We both do this. We've got so much going in our head, we can't get it out quick enough. We both do it. We both admitted to it. But we give you the space where we have these opinions and these life experiences to help you along with what you're doing as well. So we might say something that come up, but you know that you can say something back because you're in this safe space to be the better person that you are, and actually, you know, face that shadow, which is basically what I was talking about before, which I specialize in the shadow work. Okay, because that's where most of my issues have been, not dealing with the shadow the real deep stuff. I got through the shallow, not the shallow stuff, but the levels of stuff there that you go through, and then you go and open up that little closet of stuff that you do not want to go, the forbidden door. There's a forbidden door, and then there's a little closet. Open that up and see how that goes. And see, have you done that yet? Oh, I'm sure, actually, what am I saying? Of course you have.
There's no part of me that I don't want to know everything about. So
there you go.
I dabble in everything to figure out exactly how to manage all of the tendencies I have. Do I necessarily understand everything and why it means something or how certain energy feels? I don't know. But I am 100% willing to explore it. As long as it feels positive and of the light. And then I will. Things that I'm kind of staying away from a more negative path these days, or working within more of the dense energy, just because I spent so much of my time there in my life. I really feel like I have to continue to always believe in the best and the most positive, and that's where my specialty lies. Like, I can be that person for anybody. I can find the best in any situation.
Do you believe, Jack, that do you feel like you felt like, I've had a few people ask me about that myself, and I felt like I just don't want to be there anymore, and I just get drawn away from it. And you want to be drawn towards more the higher vibration, because we're vibrating pretty high and probably pretty equal. That's where we're at. What do you think about that? So have you sort of raised your vibration, or do you feel that? Talk about frequencies and all those kind of things. You have to match vibrations. There's a lot of other things that you don't really not understand, but you're sort of open to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's just some things or behaviors I just won't engage in. I won't lower myself to that down anymore. And I used to kind of maybe dim my light for other people who, you know, aren't ready to be around such a strong energy, but I don't do that anymore, and I won't do that to myself. Yep. And that's a personal, you know, thing I would do due to self-confidence issues. So when I dealt with that part of my shadow, it really had to allow myself to be the big personality that I am. And if you know, anybody can to attest to it that might actually know me on this call, then you'll know that it is. At times it can be it's very loud. It's I attest to it. I'm going to be getting you to have a good time. I'm going to be chatting about your whole life story. It's going to be, you know, exciting. And I have that kind of, sometimes have that of like real energy.
We would love to get together in one room and do a live chat. That's our goal at some stage, whether I jet off to Canada or Jackie comes here, whichever works. And we could actually talk about how, you know, we've come about where you know, the journey we've been in, the way we've been, you know, looking at ourselves in the mirror. So you look at that mirror, you know, we can use the mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? You're sort of talking to yourself there. It's really funny, that analogy, if you look at it. Yellow brick road. I mean, I did a video on the shadow and I put the yellow brick road with the scarecrow and all that. It's actually that's what you're doing. You're walking down the yellow brick road. I always use these analogies, you know, and you sort of grow into what you really want to be, and then you can't not, once you're on that path, you can't not deviate off. Yes, you'll have your sort of things where you sort of go, I might go around the tree instead of straight through, which means you know, you go your old self. But the way we're doing it at the moment, you know, you really have to face. And I don't know about you, Jack, but I think we've had discussions off air. But we are really facing our deepest traumas in that way, or deepest fears, to actually jump over to become the best people that we are. And look, as I said, you know, the confidence levels that we've gone through now has been amazing.
Yeah, I have a lot of self-awareness, and I'm really proud of that because it's taken a really long time to manage the tendencies that I have to self-sabotage, like we talked about last week, and
Yep.
get into these destructive behavior cycles. And being able to mitigate that by channeling my energy accordingly and releasing when I need to is really healthy for me. And I'm finally feel very confident in that state. And
well, you've
like 20 years of being unsure of who you are. So it's like a small victory. It's a huge victory, but I'm really, you know, I don't want to celebrate it too much because I'm like, something happened and throw me off, you know. Then
you're going to say thanks to Helena, just sent something. So I don't know how this all works, but thank you very much. Look, and you've rang me and I've rang you. This is where it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you get a safe space where you can actually do so, especially when you get very close to someone that you can be a safe space, best friend that you can talk to and say, right, this is where I'm at, and you have those non-judgmental people who have the time for you. And it doesn't have to be a face-to-face. It can be on Messenger like we do. Obviously, we live on other sides of the world. But people are going through a lot of crap these days. All right? They're going through a lot.
Yeah. Like, I want people to reach out more. Like, let's get back on the phone when we used to talk to people for an hour and check in. Like,
well, like us.
In general, like,
yeah, we're hopeless.
It's important. When we were in the 80s and you could talk to a friend on the phone for like an hour before you went to bed, it was like this cathartic experience where you're just allowed to, like, let yourself
connecting with other people.
Connected, exactly. Like, we're so disconnected. I'm trying to, like, keep in contact with my cousins. I spent some time with them over the summer down in Manitoba, and I keep trying to, like, text their, like, one-word answers back. I'm like, I'm gonna bust through this thing. They will respond soon enough.
Well, we will. And
it's just important.
The thing is that, yeah, to talk to people, and then you got to talk to yourself as well. Journal yourself, like journal and all those kind of things. And yeah, it's a weird time at the moment because you're really getting rid of the old and getting into the new. And you're really feeling those. And I think, look, I could say straight out, I was scared of success in a lot of ways. A lot of people I found, and especially myself, this is talking about myself here, not anyone else. I lived in the feeling of success, not the actual feeling of doing it, if you get where I'm going. Now I'm actually going, I've actually got to do this. I've actually got to go into that dream of what I want to do and have the feeling, whether it be good, bad, or ugly, you know, because that's a trauma response to what happened when I was younger. I know that. So I looked at, you know, when you were younger, you had no success because you didn't know where the hell you were, or whatever it was. There was your subconscious going, okay, the subconscious stepping goes, I don't want you to go through that again. And it's a nice person, the subconscious, but it's a pain in the ass, to be perfectly honest in some ways. Let's be honest. But it's a case of this is where we become a better person. Cortez Medford, love you, mate. I didn't mean to call you what I called you before. It was funny. He thought it was, I'll tell you off air, Jack, it was so funny. I just come, me being the entertainer that I am, I said it was quite, he laughed his head off. It was hilarious.
Well, tell me off there.
I will. It was very funny. Anyway, but yeah, even talking to him, I talked to him for hours. We just sort of chat, and he just listens. You know what I mean? And it's just a case of getting in and doing what you're doing, going with the flow, really. You know.
I think so.
What do you think? Well, how do you think the flow's been in the last couple of days, Jack? Because I've felt that there's a bit of a shift coming up with regards to Halloween coming up. You've got the solar eclipse coming up next week. Diana, thanks a lot for the tip for that one. What do you think about it?
I'm feeling amazing. And I'm really tired. Like, physically, my body feels tired. I still get up and do the yoga. But during the class, I'm like, I'm tired. I feel like, I don't know. I like to think I've been bombarded with a lot of high vibrational energy, and my body is now integrating that into my system. But that's
right.
Kind of just what I tell myself when I feel so exhausted, when I haven't been sleeping properly for about 3 weeks. I'm not really sure what cycle I'm going through, but I don't feel tired, and I'm feeling pretty happy. and emotionally balanced.
Do you
So,
think, okay,
I'm not too
here's,
sure what's going on.
do you think, okay, I'll give you, how about we're going through that change emotionally and spiritually, and it's just sort of draining us a little bit because it's taken, not taken its toll, but it's like we're transforming into that. We've got the energy, but it's just like mental. We just need to have a break from it, you know what I mean? Because we have done, I mean, have a look at us, this is episode 21, ladies and gentlemen. We've done 21 episodes. I flipped out the other day, I thought, you know, I flipped out 21 episodes, you know, and we've got, you know, launching websites and all that stuff. I think, you know, the brain going for what we want to do, you know, seeing that we've got this new release of life you just got to have the rest and relaxation at the same time, you know.
Yeah, and it's all in balance. So it's gonna be, I don't know. Somebody says miss you. I don't know who that is though. Hello. That's the
hello
name.
to people who miss us. Very nice of you. Very nice of you.
It must be one of my friends from here because they're telling me to fix my eyelashes. I know they're getting fixed tomorrow.
There you go.
But yeah, no, it's been a nice, relaxing weekend, and I'm planning on enjoying the next few days, which are supposed to be beautiful in Canada in the fall. If you're lucky enough to enjoy it, has the most beautiful colors, and I'm so excited how nice it's going to be.
Fantastic. Yeah. So look,
that energy.
We just basically sit there. We want to emphasise being in a safe space because it's and that's why I sort of put my partner over here with regards to that, because there's a lot of people there's a lot of not confusion, but there's a lot of high energy stuff going that people can't really cope with at the moment. And that's going with, you know, whether they're coming out of their shell, whether they're dealing with some issues that are coming through, their traumas are coming up, they're wondering, where am I going? And they're changing jobs, you know, out of relationships and all that stuff. We've been through that. So, and we're still going through it, and we always will go through it. But the thing is, we've developed so many good tools now, and we've got all these tools that we've got now to actually, you know, help people out with these things. You know, the life PhD, as I keep saying, someone who's gone through it is going to have a good perspective on what they're doing, and also have the people to back them up as well. So if I said, if someone came to me and they needed a feminine or a female to help out, I go, yeah, I'll be ringing Jackie straight up. Jack, I've got this person here. I think you would be better talking. I know, you know, I have no hesitation with those kind of things, you know. Just to talk and be yourself. Doesn't matter what you say and what you do. In some ways, you know in your heart where you're at. We're all brought and perfect, you know. And with this platform, ladies and gentlemen, we're still finding our way with this stuff. And we've had some really, thank you guys so much for all your support with what we're doing, because we're still finding ourselves. It's a case, we've always said we want to get in front of people and talk, because our experiences between both of us can actually help you. We believe we can help you get somewhere in life, or, you know, get over something, or help yourself get to that next level. And, you know, being, whether you call it mentorship, leadership, whatever it is, the number one tag team up here, we'd love to help you out with that, because we've been through some heavy times, and we don't mind expressing what we're doing. And, you know, you can be in that safe space. You look at someone, you know, and you know you can talk to them, and that's that's where we are. Look at the light coming off. Look at the light coming off you. There you go.
Me? Oh yeah, the sun's coming up.
There you go. So that's where we're at with that, guys. So yeah, we just wanted to express that today more than anything, because we get a few people asking about wanting to be in a safe space, and then I can't express how safe I feel with this lady here, and she'll say the same thing. We'll say the same thing about what we do. You know, being in a safe space.
You know, your healing journey is really a step in your personal path, and whether you choose to start to feel like you may need to get some assistance by a spiritual practitioner, we just want to let you open the door to the possibility of, you know, other options that are out there. Do your research, you know, find people who you connect with, that you resonate with, and that's how you kind of start building your, I don't know, your next step, I guess, if that's what you're looking for.
And we're authentic.
Help.
Yeah, we're authentic, guys. We're authentic with what we do. We basically speak from the heart. We've been through it all. We're happy to share our stories. As I said, the only thing that I'm not happy with is I can't get in the same room with this lady here. Because the two of us with the energy together would be amazing with a session.
One
that we
day,
can actually
once we get our retreat set
get
up,
our retreat going up, and we can have a couple of kangaroos as well.
Well, if it's in Australia.
Absolutely. But yeah, we just want to make sure that you can see that, we've got a lot of knowledge. And as I said, we go in general, we talk about, we're really talking about how we became what we are now, and we want you to become that as well. And we can help you through and give you some tools, like journaling, talking about meditating at night. People want to know about what we do in our lives to become where we are right now. We can actually give that information out to you guys. And that's what we want to do. We want to help you guys out. And we know that people will come to us because of our voice and, being the team that we are. And we want to help that.
Well, and I think it's really important that you find somebody to work with that you resonate with. And that's why we're open with our stories, because if that is what you connect to, then we can be of some value in that point. But if not, we'd really hope that you would take the time to do your research to find a proper practitioner. We don't want individuals just, being scammed. There's a lot of scammers out there. So
absolutely, there is.
Your time, do your due diligence, and find people that you can connect with. And it doesn't have to be, it can be through our groups. We have the Akashic Energy Healing page on Facebook. Head over there. There's so many amazing people, and they're always down to answer a question or comment. And you can just really start to build these connections, because you can heal yourself and you don't need the assistance of any of us. We're just an open door if you choose to take that extra step.
We also have the platform here also. We do a lot of interviews with people whose stories we want to hear, whether it be practitioner or just you want to tell your story. I've got Ira from Peru I've talked to, and I've got Chris in the UK. Okay, Cortez is over. My brother from another mother is over in the UK. We got together by talking to others. Now I've been doing the interviews. Now Jackie's coming on board with the interviews as well. So we want to know about your story. So, we can talk to you. We can, you might be a practitioner, you want to talk about it. So, I'm very blessed to meet a couple of people that we've gone through. Now, Jackie's coming on board with the chats as much as she can, pretty much all of them if we can, to have that idea of we can actually talk to you about where you're doing your journey. What are you doing?
Yeah, so if you are interested in joining the show and being a guest on our show, I believe there is a link to the forum in the description of the YouTube page.
There is. Yeah, there is on my page.
Please head over there and fill that out, and we will work to get you guys seen and heard.
Absolutely. We get a platform where you can be seen and heard. As Jackie just said, jump on Words of the Warrior page. We'll sort one out on Jackie's page too, but there's a form to fill in. Why we get the form, it's just to get to know you so we can actually guide you through. We're going to be just the interviewers. We're there to give you this platform. I know Chris in the UK from our chat, he said, thank you so much for the platform. He got so much content, because what we do is we give you a chance to speak. That's one thing, the choice and freedom of speech. It's fantastic. So we can get that happening all the time. And we can actually run off each other, as I said, and then you don't know what might happen from there.
Great. Well, I think that's good for today.
Absolutely. Now, do you want to give a quick rundown of where we can find you, young lady, the Maple Leaf Heartbreaker? Heartthrob. That's the one, Heartthrob. Sorry. Pro Wrestling 101, what can I say?
You can...
I'm hopeless. Go for it, all yours.
Jackie of Akashic Energy Healing, and that's where you can find me across all social media. So .ca, not .com, and everything is linked through my website. So that's probably the best place to filter my work if you're looking to get into work with me. Thank you.
I advise it very much. So what we're doing, you can jump on my page, you can jump on TikTok, Words of the Warrior, you can there's a link there. All my pages and whatnot are on there. Actually, there's an attachment to Jackie's stuff as well. We've got all our past videos that we got up on YouTube. We actually got a YouTube channel coming up. We've got one out, which we'll be promoting very, very soon. And also, you've got all the shadow work that you want to do. You want to talk anything to do with the shadow, I'm your man. And then we'll have a bit of a chat. If you want to come on board, tell us your story. We want to get as much stuff out there as possible. We're talking to people from Peru, UK, Nigeria. I've talked to people just to get that group together. So yeah, but want to jump on Words of the Warrior on TikTok and also Journey of the Whitefeather on Instagram and Facebook. And we always sign off like this because we have a mutual love of our hero, Bret the Hitman Hart, former WWF champion. And his quote is always get up in the morning and always be the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. From my partner over in Canada, down here in Australia. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks so much for your time. And we'll see you soon. Sign off. Take care. See yous.